Are you guys ready to see my new bookshelf? Are you guys ready to see what changes I did to my study room? I'm sure you are as excited as I am. So let's give it a go. This is how the bookshelf is looking now. Let me go closer. Yeah. The overall look. And below the bookshelf you can see a small cupboard. That cupboard has some books that I want to unhaul. So let's see how that will happen. So I have put up a money plant around the shelf, and there is a light that also I fixed. So with the lights, this is how it looks overall. As you can see, I ran out of lights when I reached a little below here. So I need to sort that out. It's kind of looking ugly right now. But it's okay, I will sort that out later. I need to buy a new light strip and yeah, put it around the edges where it's empty now. Now let's have a closer look at what books I have. So that's the science section. The first book that you see is For the Love of Physics by Walter Levin. It's a brilliant book, you should check it out. Even if you are not a science enthusiast. Then you have the World Book Encyclopedia of Science, you have Science 1001, you have The Gene, a book by Siddhartha Mukherjee. It's an excellent book, it's amazing. And then one of my favorite science book, which is The Believing Brain by Michael Shermer. Then you have Carl Sagan's Broca's Brain there at the end. It's kind of dark that you cannot see maybe. There's another science section here. This has many of my favorite science books. Let me go in close. So you have all these 3 books of Yuval Noah Harari here. You have Richard Dawkins here. Carl Sagan's Cosmos. Yeah, these are some of my favorite science books. Then you have some classics here. Great Gatsby, Oscar Wilde, Shakespeare, Wuthering Heights. So these are the classics, and then these are some Ken Follett books. I love Ken Follett's historical fiction, so I have those books there. Then at the top there are some political non-fiction books. You have India After Gandhi by Ramachandra Guha. You have The Bin Ladens by Steve Cole, you have The Caste by Isabel Wilkerson, you have Becoming by Michelle Obama, you have Das Kapital by Karl Marx. This green book here, that is The Glimpses of World History by Jawaharlal Nehru. Then Caste Matters by Suraj Engre. You have some Arundhati Roy books. Mary Beard's SPQR, that was a history of Rome. So it's there. So yeah, it's an interesting section. There are some more non-fiction books here in the next shelf. You see Steven Pinker, you see Plato's Republic, you see Noam Chomsky. So those are some non-fiction books that I have. In this shelf, actually, I've kept Dune here because this is something that I'm reading currently. This is such a beautiful copy. I wanted to show you. This is a deluxe edition copy of Dune. It has blue edges and a beautiful dust cover. Wow, I just love this. The artwork on this, just love it. And on the hardback itself, you have, I hope you can see it, fear is the mind killer. It's a very pretty copy. I think it's one of the most beautiful books that I own. So that's Dune, and I've kept it, like I said, outside the row of books because I'm reading that currently. I'm also reading Eye of the World by Robert Jordan currently, but I just put it in here so that it all looks pretty on my shelf right now when I'm showing you. So I have Ninth House by Lee Balugo. I have Dreams of the Dying by Nicholas Ritzo. Then you have the Kingkiller Chronicles, which I absolutely hated. I should unhaul it at some point. Then I have the David Watt series, which I love. Then I have the Gentleman Bastard series here by Scott Lynch. Then I have the Illuminate series. Lovely. So that's one of my favorite set of books here. And then I have, of course, A Song of Ice and Fire series here, starting with Game of Thrones, ending with Dance of Dragon. And then I have the Malazan books here. I have only 4 books as of now, and as and when I progress throughout the books, I will buy them. Then I have the Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri, which also I am reading this month. Yeah, once I finish Eye of the World and Dune, I'm hoping to get to Jasmine Throne. Moving on here, you can see I have some, the First Law series by Joe Abercrombie. This is Robin Hobb's first book series. I don't know the name of the series, sorry. Then I have, the Book of Babel series here. I absolutely love Senlin Essence. I just finished it. I did a review as well. If you haven't watched it, please check out my channel. I will link it in the description below. Please check it out. It's an amazing steampunk fantasy. You've got to check it out. Then I have Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. Then I have first book in the Stormlight Archive series by Brandon Sanderson, The Way of Kings. Then I have the Mistborn series. One of them is missing because my husband is attempting to read it now. So that's that. Then I have here. So I have some books by Anne DeVere. I have Artemis and Project Hail Mary, Marlon James. Then I have the Poppy War series. This is Philip Pullman's his Dark Materials, Mustache. This is the Mogala series. I have one, and here you can see my one and only Terry Pratchett book, which is The Color of Magic. I need to buy more for sure. I have American Gods by Neil Gaiman. Then I have the Witcher series here. It's a beautiful collection here that I have of Witcher series. I had put up a nice picture on my Bookstagram. So if you're not following on my Bookstagram, go check it out. It has the same name as my YouTube channel, which is Bookaholics Browning. And of course I have the Harry Potter series here. I have Man and Miller's couple of books here. I have the Fifth Season by E.P. Jameson, which I really loved. I read the second book on Kindle, so I don't have the second book here. I am yet to read the third book. And then I have one of the most favorite science fiction book that I read this year, which is The Three-Body Problem by Gisèle Liu. This is amazingly brilliant. It was the winner of Hugo Award for 2015, and I'm not surprised that it won. It is amazing. Then I have some non-fantasy books here. This is, of course, Larson's Millennium series, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series. Then I have some Robert Ludlum books here, Born Ultimate, the Bond series basically. Then I have some Dan Brown, some thrillers here, Hatchet the Archer. Again, some non-fantasy books. Sorry. Actually, this is a fantasy book. I have heard of Heinlein, but I have never read any of his books. This is a book that I picked up from a used book section in one of my previous bookstore visits, which also I had filmed. And there's a video, you can check it out, my bookstore visit in Bangalore video. Looking forward to read it. Here you can again see some non-fantasy books. And I have here some books from my childhood. Some Enid Blyton, Hardy Boys, Archies, and stuff like that. Here I have some YA books. I have the Divergent series. So when I bought it, I didn't know that the Divergent series is a YA series. I have Fault in Our Stars. Then I have the Shadow and Bone series by Leigh Bardugo. Then I have Suicide series by Leigh Bardugo. Then I have Harry Potter Cursed Child, which I didn't read and I'm not planning to read because I heard such bad things about the book. Then I have Second Hand Time. Again, these are also non-fantasy books, but I think The Kingdom of Back is a fantasy book, historical fiction kind of book. And you can see A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara there, one of my favorite books there. So here are some Malayalam books. This is Puranic Encyclopedia, and this is 19th century Kerala by P. Bhaskaranuni. This is a collection of stories by one of the most legendary writers of Malayalam, VKN. Yeah, this is Arabian Nights, 1001 Nights. So that's that. Next, I wanted to show you an accent wall that I put up and just take you through, what those pictures are and what they mean to me. So, at the top, you can see woman at work, because woman at work. That's a nice picture. And then I am plant-based and vegan, so that's about that. Plant-based, seawater, health, nuts. Of course, I always wanted a picture of Paris, and I love this painting kind of thing, which I picked up somewhere. So it's beautiful. I loved it. This is I don't know if you can guess it. This is a fan art of Malazan, which is currently my favorite fantasy book. This is a small quote: "In a world full of bookworms, be a book dragon." And here are the trio, the great trio. This is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Periyar, and Karl Marx. And this is one of my favorite quotes that I put up here: "When class robbery is abolished, every man will reap the fruits of his labor." Here is goddess Lakshmi, and why I have it here is because most of the Indian goddesses and gods are fair-skinned, and this is a part of a photo shoot done by a photographer. I'm sorry, I forgot his name, but he cast all dark-skinned people as the Indian gods and goddesses. So I was really enchanted by this picture. Check that out. So that's goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and prosperity. So yeah, and I love this picture a lot. I'm sorry this is broken here, but I need to replace that. But this is a nice, cute, lovely, cozy looking picture that I wanted up on my wall. So that's there, and that makes up my accent wall. And as in when I go and discover more and more picture, I will fill this wall up. So this will be a complete accent wall for me. And I want to show you, this is an accent chair that I picked up. I ordered it from Flipkart. It's so beautiful, and it contrasts with my teal colored wall. So it's beautiful. So I switch on the light there, the standing lamp, and I sit there and read. It's very comfortable for me. So that's the changes that I made to my study room. I hope you liked it. So now that you have had a quick tour of my new bookshelf and my study room as such, I didn't show you the table because the table is quite long. It covers at least 3/4 of the wall that faces a window. I want it to be cut into two, 60-40 percentage, and I will take the bigger portion and fit it in here, right in front of the window, so that I can use that as my work table, and the other half my husband will use because he already has a small table, so he will need this extra table to keep his extra monitors, etc. I am happy with my bookshelf, and I am happy with the cute reading corner that I have created for myself, and the future is going to be exciting with a lot of reading sitting on my yellow chair. That's it guys, thanks for listening in. Yeah, see you next time in my next video. Bye bye.